Hi there, just wanted to do a short video today to talk about the amazing health benefits of going raw vegan and how it can actually help you to halt and reverse the aging process as well. So one of the first things that I noticed after going raw vegan, after probably about a month, was that I lost about £6 in weight. Now, I think that people coming from a sort of standard unhealthy meat eating diet would lose far more than that in the first month, because it's important to point out the fact that I actually was vegan prior to going raw vegan, and I didn't actually have that much excess weight to lose anyway. So the more weight that you have to lose and the more unhealthy and high calorie your diet is to begin with, the more weight you're likely to lose in the first month or two of going raw vegan. So that's a fantastic plus for most people who might be interested in trying out raw vegan diets. Also, I had some really, really good changes to my skin as well, because prior to going raw vegan, I had quite dry skin. And this is bearing in mind the fact that my diet was healthy. It was a sort of pretty balanced vegan diet. I did kind of have the odd thing like vegan cheese and crisps and stuff like that, but on the whole it was pretty healthy. But my skin was really, really dry to the point where it was quite painful, and I was having to use coconut oil to kind of deal with that several times a day. That cleared up completely. I don't have any issues, and actually the kind of balance to my skin is better than it ever has been. So it's kind of nice, soft, not too oily, not too dry, feels very comfortable. In terms of kind of aging and stuff like that, I really, really believe that we're not meant to age as fast as we do, and I think that the reason that people kind of look old prematurely and actually kind of look old and look like they're not in optimum health is because we're all suffering from a degree of malnutrition, because we're not getting enough nutrients in our diet. So if you go raw vegan, meaning that you are basically eating all raw fruit and vegetables and nothing else, then you're kind of overdosing your body with high quality nutrients. I mean, these need to be organic 9 times out of 10. There are a few things that you can eat that don't have to be organic, but on the whole, we're going to say, this needs to be organic. So you're overdosing on high quality nutrition, and really the body cannot help but heal itself when given the right conditions to do so. So the first thing that happens is that you're going to flush out all the kind of toxins and rubbish that is backed up in your system and in the cells of your body over, in some cases, many years. So you will go through a sort of detoxification process. So you might find that after the first week, where you'll probably feel absolutely on top of the world, you might start to feel a little bit worse than you did before, because basically the body is kicking out all the toxins. You might have breakouts in your skin. That's all the kind of rubbish and crap coming through the pores in your skin, and then what you'll find is that any breakouts or anything like that will just clear up, and that your skin will actually be glowing, and you'll look way better than you did. Another thing that I've noticed is a change in eye colour, which you cannot actually see on this video. So my eyes have basically got lighter, and there's loads and loads of incidences of this. Raw vegan bloggers and people who are kind of real advocates of a raw vegan lifestyle will talk about the fact that their eyes change colour, and some people's actually change from like dark brown to blue, because our eyes partly reflect the health of the rest of our body, and if we've kind of got toxic build-up within our body, it can sometimes show in our eyes and make our eyes look kind of quite dull and congested. So like I said, you can't really see it in this video, but my eyes have really, really become much brighter, much clearer. And actually, another really brilliant thing, which is sort of linked to anti-aging, is my memory. My memory was absolutely terrible. And it would kind of cause me problems, really, because, I'd always be kind of lost words, and sometimes at work I'd find that I couldn't just focus really quickly when I needed to. The improvement in my memory is really, really significant. and I can sort of think much quicker, and I just feel much clearer in general. Another anti-aging thing that I've noticed is my energy levels are much, much higher than they were before. And it used to be, because I'm sort of prone to chronic fatigue type conditions and stuff like that, and I also do have an underactive thyroid, I'd find that I'd wake up in the morning and I'd feel like I hadn't been to sleep at all. That actually carried on for some weeks into going raw vegan, but I've really noticed over the last couple of weeks that there's been a sort of big boost in my energy levels and my kind of stamina, physically and mentally. So yeah, I mean, overall, if you're looking to keep yourself in the best health that you possibly can be, and that you're somebody who cares about staying young and staying fit and kind of, keeping your mental faculties going and keeping your sort of physical health in top condition, then I really, really do recommend this diet, because it's absolutely transformational. And I did touch on in a previous video just how I feel that my vibration is really raised. So on an energetic level, I just feel so much kind of better in myself and stronger in myself. And yeah, I mean, there isn't really an area of my life that hasn't improved. Just to give some kind of tips on what you can do to make it easy for yourself if you want to go raw vegan and you've got a job where you don't really have that much time to sort stuff out. There is thankfully a lot of raw vegan advocates now who are saying that we need to really be looking to eat as simply as possible, so keeping the fruit and vegetables as close to their natural state as possible. I mean, for instance, I don't use a dehydrator, I don't use an expensive blender. My blender was just a normal £10 blender. I do have a juicer which was slightly more expensive because I do tend to juice quite a lot, so that cost about £100, but you don't need to spend that much really. I mean, it does depend partly on how often you use it, but what I tend to do is just make really, really basic salads that I can take to work, or I can take out with me, and just literally a mixture of stuff like spinach, kale, tomatoes, celery, a bit of carrots. You can make dressings with apple cider vinegar and raw garlic, and that's really, really fantastic for alkalising the body as well. So really sort of basic, simple stuff. You don't need to be looking into going kind of gourmet raw vegan. I mean, for me, I will say that if that had been the only route that I could have taken, I would have given up by now. And I did actually try and go raw vegan about a year ago. And I was following some of the sort of gourmet recipes that I found on YouTube and on the internet, and I just couldn't cope with it. It was just so difficult and so expensive. And I am looking to keep my budget for my raw vegan diet at £10 and under a day, because I tend to spend between £8 and £10 a day, but I am actually looking to reduce that down even further, because I don't have much money, and part of the reason that I set up this channel was to actually help people who don't have much money to be really healthy. So I will do another video soon on how low I've managed to get that budget down, and sort of give some information on how you can do the same. So another thing that you can do, and I think is absolutely essential if you're going to go raw vegan, is to make smoothies, because not only do they really, really fill you up, but they're very cheap and they're very quick. So for breakfast, smoothies are ideal, and you can do like a banana and mango smoothie, even just bananas on its own. If you have a cheaper blender, then obviously you need to be adding liquid into that, and you can either use one of the milk substitutes, although make sure it's organic, or you can use just filtered water in the smoothie. So you could mix in, like I said, banana and mango, or banana and strawberry, or something like that. And also it helps kind of in between meals, so in between breakfast and lunch, you might want another smoothie, and then you might have a salad at lunchtime, then you might have a smoothie in the afternoon, or you might have one after dinner. So they really, really help to fill you up. I think I did touch on before the kind of raw bars that you can buy, and there is a brand called Naked. Those bars, they haven't really got anything horrible in them, although they're not organic, and I do think that they ought to be limited because they are quite high calorie. And they're not absolutely fantastic for you. I mean, they're not really going to do you any harm, but I'm not sure how much good they're doing you either. And really, they're just incredibly expensive. They are good at filling you up, but I think a much better way of doing that is to have smoothies and to go that route. Anyway, I hope this video's been useful to those of you who want to sort of look into how you can stay young through diet and stay healthy through diet. And I will do another video over the next week or so on how to get the budget even lower and to remain in optimum health. Thanks a lot for watching, and please subscribe and hit the like button.